It exists more as a myth than a machine, a phantom of the skies. Its legend whispers through the annals of aviation, a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of technological dominance. A dark flying wing gliding through the night, unseen and unheard, a silent predator lurking in the darkness. It moves with an ethereal grace, defying conventional notions of flight. For years it was a whisper in the corridors of power, a closely guarded secret known only to a select few. Its existence was debated, its capabilities speculated upon, its very reality questioned. A shadow in military aviation, a dark shape lurking in the hangars, waiting for its moment to emerge. It represented a paradigm shift, a new era of aerial warfare where stealth was paramount. This is the story of the Northrop Grumman B-2 Spirit, a marvel of engineering and a symbol of American air power. The stealth bomber, a name that evokes images of cutting-edge technology and unparalleled military might. Designed to defy detection, to slip through enemy defenses unnoticed, it represents the pinnacle of stealth technology. Its alien boomerang shape absorbs radar, deflecting signals and minimizing its radar signature. It's a design born from complex calculations and advanced material science, making it a ghost on enemy screens, a fleeting anomaly that disappears as quickly as it appears. Its purpose to deliver overwhelming force anywhere, anytime, without warning, projecting power across continents with unmatched precision. The B-2 is not just an aircraft, it's a symbol of technological supremacy, a testament to human innovation and the relentless pursuit of military advantage. A nation's invisible sword, capable of striking deep into enemy territory without detection. Every curve and surface is engineered to scatter and absorb radar, meticulously crafted to minimize its visibility to enemy detection systems, giving it a radar cross-section no bigger than a bird, a feat of engineering that defies conventional understanding of aerodynamics and radar physics. Pilots entrusted with this billion-dollar machine are modern knights, the elite of the elite, carefully selected and rigorously trained to operate this complex weapon system. Shielded by science, not steel, relying on advanced technology and sophisticated avionics to navigate the skies and evade enemy detection. Before its first combat, the B-2 was a secretive deterrent, a symbol of American resolve and a warning to potential adversaries, its true power untested in the crucible of war. But a weapon's worth is proven only in combat, its effectiveness measured by its ability to achieve strategic objectives and protect national interests. And the world was about to see what this ghost could do, as it prepared to enter the fray and demonstrate its capabilities on the world stage. The B-2 promised strategic surprise in an age of constant surveillance, offering a unique capability to penetrate enemy defenses and deliver decisive blows without warning. Soon, a brewing crisis would call the ghost out of the shadows and into war, forcing it to prove its worth and solidify its place in aviation history. As the 20th century drew to a close, the late 1990s were a period of considerable tension on the world stage. The geopolitical landscape was shifting, and the promise of a new era was clouded by persistent instability. The Cold War had ended, bringing down the Iron Curtain and reshaping global alliances. However, the peace dividend proved elusive as new conflicts simmered in various corners of the world, threatening to erupt into full-blown crises. Among these hotspots, none was more volatile or posed a greater threat to regional stability than the situation in Kosovo. The seeds of conflict had been sown for decades, and now they were about to bloom in a violent and devastating manner. Ethnic violence escalated rapidly, and the world watched in horror as reports of systematic cleansing and human rights abuses emerged from the region. The scale of the suffering was immense, and the international community faced mounting pressure to intervene. Diplomatic efforts to resolve the crisis through negotiation and mediation ultimately failed to yield a lasting solution. The parties involved remained entrenched in their positions, and the prospect of a peaceful settlement seemed increasingly remote. NATO, the transatlantic military alliance, felt compelled to act in the face of the escalating humanitarian crisis and the threat to regional security. The decision to intervene militarily was not taken lightly, but the alliance believed it had a responsibility to protect innocent civilians and prevent further bloodshed. However, NATO forces faced a formidable challenge in the form of the Yugoslavian Air Defense Network. This sophisticated system was designed to protect the country's airspace from attack, and it posed a significant threat to any invading force. It was dense, comprised of Soviet-era technology, and potentially deadly to any aircraft that dared to enter its airspace. Neutralizing this threat would be crucial to the success of any military intervention. A conventional air campaign, relying on traditional fighter jets and bombing tactics, risked the lives of pilots and could potentially lead to unacceptable casualties. The stakes were high, and the margin for error was slim. Furthermore, any misstep or unintended consequence could quickly escalate the conflict and lead to a political disaster, undermining the legitimacy of the intervention and damaging NATO's credibility. NATO needed a way to dismantle these defenses quickly and effectively, minimizing the risk to its forces and ensuring the success of its mission. The alliance's military planners began to explore innovative strategies and technologies that could give them an edge. The key was to strike the most heavily protected targets first, crippling the enemy's ability to respond, and paving the way for subsequent operations. This required a weapon that could penetrate deep into enemy territory and deliver a decisive blow. Enter the B-2 Spirit, a marvel of modern engineering and a symbol of American technological prowess. This revolutionary aircraft was built for this exact scenario, a high-stakes mission requiring stealth, precision, and the ability to strike deep behind enemy lines. Its advanced stealth technology allowed it to penetrate deep into enemy airspace, evading radar detection and remaining virtually invisible to the enemy. It could strike at the heart of the enemy's command centers, radar installations, and other critical infrastructure with pinpoint accuracy, disrupting their operations and crippling their ability to wage war. And then, just as quickly, it could vanish undetected, leaving the enemy wondering what had just happened. The Kosovo crisis presented the perfect opportunity to test the B-2's capabilities in a real-world combat situation. But the question remained: could America's secret weapon truly deliver on its promise and make a difference in this complex and dangerous conflict? The decision to deploy the B-2 was a momentous one, fraught with risk and uncertainty. With the stakes so high, Operation Allied Force would begin, marking a new chapter in the history of aerial warfare. And at the very tip of that spear, leading the charge into harm's way, was the B-2. For the first time in its history, the Ghost Bomber, the B-2 Spirit, would enter combat, putting its cutting-edge technology to the ultimate test. The mission was audacious in its scope and complexity. It involved a non-stop round-trip flight from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, across the Atlantic, over Europe, to the Balkans, and then all the way back home. Success would not only cripple the Yugoslavian air defenses but also validate the billions of dollars invested in its development and prove the value of stealth technology. It would cement America's dominance in the skies and change the way air power was perceived and utilized forever. But failure was not an option. It would be catastrophic, not only for the brave crew who risked their lives on this perilous mission, but also for the future of stealth technology and the very notion of American air superiority. The B-2's story began in the Cold War's shadow. US bombers couldn't penetrate new Soviet defenses. A new weapon was needed. The answer: stealth, an aircraft invisible to radar. Northrop, with its flying wing legacy, led the top-secret project. The B-2's shape, radar-absorbent skin, and hidden engines made it a holistic stealth machine. Every detail, from cooled exhausts to contrail management, was designed for invisibility. At over $2 billion each, the B-2 was controversial, its fleet cut to just 21, but its purpose was clear: to break enemy defenses on the first night of war. March 24, 1999, Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri. A sprawling landscape of runways and hangars, the heart of America's stealth bomber fleet. Two B-2s, the Spirit of Missouri and the Spirit of Mississippi, stood ready on the tarmac. These weren't just aircraft, they were symbols of American air power, technological marvels designed to penetrate the most heavily defended airspace. Ground crews swarmed around them, completing final checks, ensuring every system was go. This was no ordinary flight. They were prepared for history's longest bombing mission. Their objective: strike deep inside Yugoslavia, a nation embroiled in conflict. The mission was critical, the stakes were high. They were targeting command bunkers, the nerve centers of the enemy's military operations, and air defense nodes, the eyes and ears of their integrated air defense system. The plan: a non-stop 30-hour journey, a grueling test of man and machine. Every detail had been meticulously planned and rehearsed. A long haul from America to Europe, a transatlantic flight pushing the boundaries of endurance and technology. The mission demanded multiple nighttime aerial refuelings, a delicate and dangerous dance in the dark, transferring thousands of gallons of fuel at high altitude. Risks were immense. The potential for catastrophic failure loomed large. Serbian air defenses, a network of radar and missile batteries, posed a significant threat. Human fatigue, the relentless strain of long hours in the cockpit, was a constant concern. And the ever-present threat of detection, the possibility of being spotted by enemy radar, jeopardizing the entire mission. Pilots faced a marathon of endurance, a test of their physical and mental limits. Confined to a small cockpit, they were managing complex systems, monitoring fuel levels, navigating through hostile airspace. As they neared enemy airspace, tension mounted. The moment of truth was approaching. They switched to full stealth, engaging the B-2's advanced cloaking technology. Lights out, reducing their visual signature to almost nothing. Radios silent, maintaining radio silence to avoid detection. Systems primed, weapons locked and loaded, ready to strike. They became ghosts, phantoms in the night sky, slipping through radar gaps, exploiting weaknesses in the enemy's defenses. Bomb bay doors opened silently. The moment of attack had arrived. GPS-guided JDAMs released with devastating accuracy, striking their targets with pinpoint precision. The B-2S turned for home, their mission accomplished. Unseen as they had arrived, vanishing back into the darkness. The mission was a flawless success, a testament to meticulous planning and flawless execution, a testament to years of rigorous training in cutting-edge technology. The Ghost had proven itself in combat, demonstrating its unparalleled capabilities on the world stage. The B-2 crew's journey began with years of training and simulation. For Kosovo, each pilot mastered not just the machine, but the global environment they'd cross. The cockpit was a world of glass screens and digital controls, demanding total focus. The transatlantic crossing was a lonely vigil, punctuated by tense, precise aerial refuelings in the dark. As they neared hostile territory, tension mounted. Would stealth work as promised? Their survival depended on remaining invisible in a sky full of threats. Inside, one pilot flew while the other managed mission systems and weapons. Isolated deep in enemy airspace, they trusted their training and the machine. They couldn't see the missiles or radar, but knew they were being hunted. Their greatest challenge: trust the Ghost and fly on through the night. The final approach was critical. The B-2S descended to their attack altitude, targets glowing on their screens. These were the nerve centers of the Serbian war machine. Command bunkers, radars, communications hubs. The weapon, GBU-31 JDAMs, GPS-guided for pinpoint accuracy. The mission commander confirmed coordinates. The pilot held the attack run steady. Bomb bay doors opened, briefly exposing the aircraft, then snapped shut as JDAMs fell away. On the ground, the first sign of the B-2 was sudden, cataclysmic explosions. Serbian operators, blind to the threat, watched their defenses vaporize. The strikes were surgically precise, crippling command and control. The B-2S banked away, beginning the long journey home. The return was demanding, but the mood had shifted. Mission accomplished. The B-2 had proven itself a war-winning weapon. Its first strike was a resounding success. The B-2's success sent shockwaves worldwide. In Washington and NATO, relief and vindication, the investment in stealth had paid off. Military leaders praised the B-2's ability to neutralize defenses and save lives. For allies, it was a stunning display of U.S. technological dominance. For adversaries like Russia and China, it was a wake-up call. Their air defenses had failed. They rushed to develop new radars and counter-stealth technologies, triggering a new arms race. For Serbia, the effect was devastating, physically and psychologically. Their defenses, once formidable, were useless against the Ghost. The psychological impact, being attacked by an invisible enemy, undermined morale and will to fight. The B-2 didn't just destroy targets, it shattered confidence and hastened the conflict's end. The B-2's first combat flight changed military thinking. Instead of gradual escalation, stealth enabled first-night dominance, striking at the enemy's heart from the outset. No target was safe. Deterrence was redefined. Dictators could no longer hide behind walls of missiles and radar. The B-2 created indefensible assets, shifting global strategy. Its success with GPS-guided munitions sparked a global race for stealth and precision. China's J-20 and Russia's Su-57 are direct responses to the B-2's challenge. The mission also proved the value of global reach, striking anywhere from home soil. The B-2 gave the U.S. unmatched flexibility and power projection. The 1999 mission was the ultimate demonstration. From the American heartland, any target on Earth was at risk. Today, the B-2 Spirit remains a cornerstone of U.S. power. Its small fleet has flown missions over Afghanistan, Iraq, and Libya, reinforcing its reputation for reach and precision. Continuously upgraded, the B-2 stays at the cutting edge, a ghost haunting adversaries' nightmares. Its legacy shapes every new stealth aircraft, from the F-22 to the B-21 Raider. The B-2 proved low observability is a war-winning capability, setting the bar for 21st century air power. Beyond technology, it's a symbol of ultimate power and strategic surprise. Like the dreadnought before it, the B-2 redefined warfare overnight. It remains the ghost in the machine, a dark wing in the night sky and a lasting symbol of technological power.